I literally had on my list, talk about how forgetful you're becoming, and then I forgot to talk about that. So, fuck, it really proves my point. I'm not joking. This week, this is what I wanted to talk about, man. Oh my God. Before we wrap it up, I need to just vent a little bit at myself. And you guys just need to listen to it. I am getting frustrated out of my mind with the amount of slosh that's just running around in that brain and it's not functioning. I think it's because I'm thinking about 20 things at once. It's me thinking about dropping merch, organizing live shows, doing gigs, writing new stand-up, making videos still, and everything in between. Perhaps, and doing 3 podcasts a week and Twitch streaming. Oh my God, when you say it out loud. I need to quit a few things. Anyway, that's another issue. But anyway, there's a lot going on up here, is what I'm saying. There's a lot just sloshing around. I'm always thinking of different stuff at different times. You know, oh, maybe I could have a social life, and then it sloshes, and I'm like, fuck that. That's for the week, right? And also I have to buy my family Christmas presents. Fuck, that's a thing. Damn it. So I forgot about that. I'm becoming so forgetful. It's wild. On the weekend, I was trying to be social. Meg went to Sydney. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to catch up with a few friends. We went to a local bar and I bought a jumper with me. Classic. You know, it wasn't the warmest night. It was actually quite cool. So I was like, I'm just going to bring a jumper in case it gets cold. I left the jumper at the pub. And usually when you leave something at the pub, you realize like, I also left 2 things at the pub. I bought like a Stein glass in which you're supposed to take home. It's like an Oktoberfest Stein glass and you're supposed to keep it and like take it home or whatever and use it at home, I guess. And I forgot that too, but that wasn't a big deal, but I did forget that. And then, because it's kind of a foreign concept to just walk out of a pub with a glass, unless you're intentionally stealing a schooner glass or something like that, which people do, but I'm an honest boy, so I wouldn't do that. So anyway, it's a little bit of a foreign concept. That I forgive myself for forgetting. I was like, you know what? Not a huge loss. I've lost myself a glass. I'm sure I can buy another one day. But then my jumper, I'm looking for it the next morning, and it's not anywhere around the house. I'm so forgetful that I forgot where I forgot it. Now that's wrap your head around that. I could not remember even the last time I had the jumper, and it was in the last 18 hours. So I'm not going well at this point. Then I eventually remember, I took it to the pub. It must be at the pub. So I call the place and I go walk past, pick it up. It's obviously embarrassing. They're starting for the day and I'm coming back the next morning to get my belongings that I left there. Humiliating stuff. So then I head out again and I was catching up with our old radio producer. Went and had lunch with James. Great bloke. Love James. We're having a good old chat. Clearly, because we got to leave and we're walking down the street. I do the pocket feel, but I've done it too late. I've done it 5 minutes too late. When you stand up out of a chair, when you're out, always go phone, keys, wallet. And in my case, paw. Because I'm 14. So I'm like, phone, keys, paw. And I go, again, I'm slapping I'm like, I go look in my back pocket. I'm like, where's the what? No wallet. Awesome. Now, this is the second time in under 24 hours, or the third time technically, that I've forgotten something. Great. Awesome. Woohoo! So I rush back to the place. Now, they're closing up because it's Sunday and it's 5 p.m. They're closing up the place. We're like, oh my God, they're closed. Damn it. And I could literally see my wallet on the couch. Like, do you know how frustrating that is? Looking through a pub window, seeing your belongings. And it was like a brewery, so they weren't open again until Wednesday. And I'm just like, God damn it. And we're walking down the street. Sure enough, the biggest fluke, we see the girl who's been working behind the bar all afternoon. She's getting on the tram and she's like, oh, you boys still around? And I was like, oh, I left my wallet in there. I felt so bad. She had to go back into the security of the actual brewery where they brew the beer. She like took us down a back street and then the security place of like the whole Carlton brewery. And then she had to like go get the key and she got my wallet and then, I felt awful. And what I'm concerned about is, and also I lost my phone 4 times on Friday in my own house. Thank God Reese found it for me 3 times. 4 times in my own house. I'll just put it shit down. I don't know what I'm doing. It's must be some kind of disease in my brain. Because I talk and I'm like thinking about shit, and I'll start doing one thing and I'll just put my phone down clearly. Sometimes I'll just throw it. I'll just be like, I'll just chuck it on the bed. And I'll just throw it because I'm like, oh, I've got to do this. And I'll do something else. And I'm like, all right, what's next? I'm like, oh, I need to call so-and-so. So I like go, all right, need to call someone. So I need a phone for that. Where's my phone? Fuck. And then I'm looking for my phone for 20 minutes. And then Reese is like, it's here. And I'm like, thank you. Because I apparently can't even find shit. So what I'm mainly concerned about is just what's going to happen to me as I age. This is 24 years old. Like, this is me in supposedly the prime of my life. And I can't remember my personal belongings. Imagine this with full-blown dementia. That is not a situation, because who knows? I won't even be able to remember like how to breathe at that point, because I'm declining rapidly. I've always been pretty bad with that stuff. I was always like the kid that would leave my jumper at places, or mum and dad would have to drive back, or I left my footy boots in the club rooms. I did do a bit of that growing up, but not to this point. Not like 3 times in a weekend, plus the added bonus of losing shit around your house constantly. During COVID, I think my brain died. I think I need to start doing brain exercises just to like spice things up in there. The stuff that's not just how to do comedy, because that's all I think about. I'm like different aspects of comedy, organizing show, doing podcast, organizing podcast. Is my brain's just in this fucking loop all day, and it just goes between like the same 10 to 15 things, and not one of those things is be responsible for your personal belongings. Anyway, guys, so I forgot to talk about that because of course I did, because I don't remember shit